Also, while we're waiting for it to dry, I'm going to go ahead and take these ramps apart. So I'm going to go take these stakes out, and actually I should probably label them before I take it apart too, just so we remember what goes where. Yeah, because there was a certain way that these ramps went on, so I know very well this is the left side. Yeah, so I had it a certain way. But the good thing is, since I have these, I kind of have like a template that I can use already. But we'll go ahead. Yeah, what I'll do is I'll label it. I'll label it with a permanent marker, like which one goes where. And yeah, so you can pretty much tell that this is the inside because it's got there'll probably be an indentation with the washers in it. But we'll go ahead and take the stakes out of this one, and then I'll just put some regular bolts, because these are longer bolts. So we're gonna need to reuse this hardware for the new ramps. But yeah, and then I'll show you what this looks like, what it looks like without the stakes on it. It just doesn't have the stakes on it, pretty much. All right. All right, Hazemig here. So I got the ramps here. Now we're working in front of the house now. Excuse my garage, it's still work in progress. Still cleaning it up. I've pretty much had to combine like 2 houses into one. So we got the ramps here. The ramp ends are basically the same as the ones that are on here already. I'm gonna go ahead and take these apart. So what I've done already is I've labeled the stakes, so I know which one is which. So this is the left front, this is the left rear right here, and then right over here we got the right front here and the right rear. So all the ramp ends will be facing forward. That's the way I had it. I may want to replace this at some point. It's almost there has to be a way you can reinforce the legs on this. I'm thinking if you could get a metal plate and if you got a metal plate and screwed it in there, then make it stronger, and then just drill a hole through it. That's if I have problems with this breaking, then so far I haven't, but this one is pretty close to the bottom. I'm thinking this is the one that I have a weird stake pocket. I lost one of the stake pockets and I bought another one, and it was it's much thicker and it's kind of weird. These ones aren't that high up there, so. But whatever, we're just gonna reuse the old ones. So I also went and I touched up some of the parts where the paint was missing. So it's kind of like a dark gray and a gray now. So it's cool. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take these stake legs out. It's 14 millimeter, I think I used, and it should just come right out because there's nothing on the other end. So. Okay, so I went and got all the ingredients out. So I took the end off. Man, this one was a pain in the ass to come out. It just would not want to come apart. It's a good thing, I guess. You're really not supposed to take these apart anyways. So now what I have to do with the old ramps is I need to find a shorter bolt. So I think we're going to use these ones because we're going to use all the hardware that we used for this, because these are longer bolts. See how much longer they are compared to these ones right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and install these on there so we can have another 2 good ramps. Okay, so there it is. I got the ramps together. Funny thing, this was sticking out a little bit, so I had to actually loosen it and put it back. So these are actually smaller than the ones that I used before. Yeah, they're smaller than this, so now it's kind of hollow in there where it's at. But I think it'll be okay. It should be fine. If anything, I can always change the hardware later. It's just a bolt and a nut, man. So I tightened it as tight as I could with the impact gun, and there it is. So I got now a small set of ramps, some 5-foot wooden ramps, just some regular ramps. So now we're going to go ahead and put these on. So first, let's go put these rubber thingies here, rubber stickers on the back of the ramp here. So I already have some applied here. But what these do is it provides a little cushion for wherever you're going to put the ramp ends on, so it doesn't scratch your bumper or something. It'll probably still scratch anyways, but you don't really need it on the trailer. It's okay. We got them. We're going to use them. So one goes over here where the holes are for the pegs, and then one goes back on the back here. There it is. So they're on there. Pretty easy to put on. Yeah, for some reason you got to put it like the pegs all the way to the bottom of these holes. They don't quite line up properly, but whatever. It's all going to come off eventually. You know, I'm surprised this is stuff. Some of it is still on there on this one. But yeah, so there it is. So now we can go ahead and mount the ramps. I think they're dry now. So what I should probably do is I should probably go grab my trailer, which is like way over yonder, and then we'll go work on it. So now is to get the drill out, which is somewhere here. Use my drill. Okay, so I just realized something. So I had one of these stakes mounted right behind the plate here, and it's no longer going to be like that. It's this plate's going to be way in the front, and the stake is going to be somewhere in the middle now. So these really long, well, I guess I could still use the really long ones, but I would have to use, I guess I would have to use these. So I'm going to go ahead and take these out, since these didn't even fit properly anyways. The hole is like too big now, so we're just going to go ahead and put some that are about this size later on. So I'm just going to go ahead and take these bolts out again, and then we'll just use these ones for now. I think we can still use this hardware. That would just mean that this is going to stick out even more. It's going to stick out a whole lot. These are the ones that were in the back. These should be a little shorter. They're a tiny bit shorter. Yeah, so it's just going to stick out a lot. But that's no big deal. I don't really care. But from what I think, this should work a lot better, because I had a lot of problems with the stakes interfering with the way this mounted on the trailer, and then like, yeah, the bolts were touching the ground, and they were like digging into the ground, and it was like trying to pop a wheelie whenever you rode onto it. So this new ramp should be way better. These are good ramps as, you know, by themselves, but they don't make good stake side ramps. All right, so yeah, I'm just gonna gather everything together now, and then we'll go make the ramps when I'm done eating. All right, Hayden is back, and his day has turned into night. so I think I'm pretty much gonna end it right there today. So I took the old ramps off, ramp ends right here. So now they're ramp endless. I will go find another. I'll find another carriage bolt for this, a smaller one, because the hole is bigger now. I remember I made the hole bigger, so I'm gonna find the proper carriage bolt and use it, and then we'll go put those back on there, and then we can have another set of ramps. And if I don't need them, just sell it to somebody. They're still good. So what I'm gonna do now, before I call it a night, we'll go install these with the hardware I took off of that one, or the one that came with this. We'll install these on the ramps. Man, alright, so I'm not gonna lie, that is a really long ramp. So there it is, there's the two ramps, and they're painted. Turned out really good. Yeah, the texture is nice and grippy here, but it's nice and smooth over here. So you can get no splinters or anything. Yeah, it turned out really good. I'm really happy with the finish. You get a better look at them in the daytime. So we're gonna put the ramp end on it. I'm just looking at it and like, man, this is enormous, an enormous ramp. The good thing is it'll make it easy to put the bike on the ramp. It won't be as steep at an angle, so it should be like uber easy to put it on. I debated cutting a little bit off, just enough to get the end. So the way it's, but let's just go put this on for now, and I could still decide to cut it down a little bit later. If I cut it down, I'm gonna have to paint the end again. So that's gonna be good. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and mount this now. It shouldn't be too hard. I just have to get a drill bit, use this as a template, and get the drill bit, drill through it, and then just run the bolt through it. Pretty simple. Okay, so I went ahead and got the drill bit. This is 1132, and it fits in there like perfect, perfect. I might want to go one higher, but I think it might be okay. Yeah, that's a little precise fit there. So, all right, here it goes. I'm gonna go for it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put the ramps down on the paint cans again. And we'll okay, I got my little jig set up here. We'll just go put this. What we're gonna do. All I'm gonna do is we're gonna use this, the ramp end. As, oh, you know what? I just realized I have to flip it over. But basically, we're just gonna mount it like that. We're just gonna line it up perfectly, and then we're just gonna drill holes through it, just like that. Okay, so I just drilled it in there. The ends on there, got it all lined up. Now we just gotta go get the bolts and the nuts. So just kind of just put it on there loosely first, and then we'll get the impact gun. The best thing to do would be to get a hammer and then hammer these in first, because so if you guys don't know how a carriage bolt works, when you're using wood, it has a square end on the top, and then you beat that into the wood because it's softer than the metal, and it makes kind of like a square peg to keep it from rotating. And the reason we use the carriage bolt is because it's flat on the top, so your tire will just roll over that, no problem, no hang-ups. All right, okay, so that's one end done. That's what it looks like on this side. It looks fine. Looks like it's a little bit more on this side a little bit, but not by much. Yeah, it's okay. Alright, so let's flip it over and see what it looks like on the other side. Oh, there's a gap here. I don't like that. So what I might do is loosen it and then nudge it a little bit. But other than that, it's okay. So there it goes. So I'm just going to do that for the other one, and that'll be pretty much it for tonight, and I'll show you the final product tomorrow, the final ramp tomorrow, and then we'll start installing the stakes. Out for that, I'll have to actually bring the trailer here, and I'll have to get everything all lined up. Yeah, so everything looks like it's turning out good. So like I said, we had to use the bolts that came with it because it doesn't fit. They're longer. There's no need to like double up on the plate and the stake at the same time. All right. Okay, so before I end for tonight, so I was looking at both of the ramps, and I'm noticing, hey, something's different about this one. This one is an inch wider. This is a 2x9. That's really weird. I measured it. It's about a 2x9. I guess it's nice. It's wider, you know. I always thought they were wide enough, you know. This one is a 2x8, so it fits the ramp like perfectly. So you see that it doesn't hang off the edge that much. Honestly, I would have preferred to have the wider one, but this ramp is heavier. Yeah, the wood is heavier on this ramp than this one. So it almost weighs almost the same. So I guess that extra inch makes a difference in weight. So I don't know. I guess we'll go with that. That's fine. I don't know where I found a 2x9. I have no idea where I found a 2x9 piece of wood, man. They only sell it like in like even numbers, like 2x4. I think they have a 2x6, 2x8, and a 2x10. So if anything, I should have probably just got a 2x10. That's fine. It just to keep the weight down. So all right. So tomorrow we'll put it on the trailer, and we'll see if it can at least hold me up. All right. So I was gonna go and throw this box away because I don't need it anymore. But I was going over it, and so it's made by Reese Explorer, but they call them ramparts. And you can actually buy the little grippy tape for the top of it. Okay. So yeah. So you can actually buy the grip. There's some grippy tape that you can buy, and then just like I guess you can just stick it on top of the ramps. There it is. So it's a optional part that you can buy. Also, there's some interesting information on the side here. So it says it fits, so contents 800-pound capacity. Well, this one is a 700-pound capacity. It has 2 tops, no bottoms, and 2 protective pads. So supposedly there is a, I guess there's a different set that you could buy that has an 800-pound capacity and two bottoms. So it has 2 tops and 2 bottoms. So I've never seen that before. This is the only kit that I've ever seen. And you can see they're using it to move stuff up the ramp with the dolly and a wheelbarrow and a quad. And I have done that, everything but the wheelbarrow on motorcycles. So yeah. But yeah, it is designed for a 2x8. I guess you could use a bigger one because obviously I use the bigger one for the other one. So it's 700 pounds per ramp. I didn't look at the little table like I did before. It's dependent on how long it is and how steep an incline, how tall the height is. So yeah, but we're not going very high. The Harbor Freight trailer is pretty low. So there it is. Hopefully it makes it uber easy to get your stuff onto the ramp if it's long. But yeah, you definitely want to get longer than 5 feet. I would spring for at least, I would think it would have been fine with like 6 or 8. No, I did get 8 feet. So I think if you can get like a 6 foot, that would probably be perfect. It wouldn't be very long and it wouldn't be too short. The 5 foot is just too short. All right, here's we go.